Okay. The founding father of the United States, Benjamin Franklin, once said that nothing is certain but death and taxes. So it means that paying tax is inevitable for all of us every day. However, only few people know how many taxes they pay every year. So it's very important for us to know how many taxes in our daily life. So today I will show you how many taxes in Taiwan and how many taxes you need to pay. Okay, so sorry. Okay, and the second one is that it seems that if we don't have any income, we don't need to pay any tax. So are you agree with this kind of perspective? And you can think that if you don't have any income, just like you and me, we are just students, we don't have any income, we don't need to pay tax. If you agree, please raise your hand. Okay. Actually, this kind of view is totally wrong, because we need to pay taxes every day. As you have transaction, every buy, every sell, you need to pay taxes. For example, if today I will go to buy an iPhone, how many tax pay I need to pay? The first is customs duties, 关税. Second is sales taxes. And that's all? No. Actually, after year ended, the corporation needs to pay corporate income taxes. And after the earning distribute to the shareholders also need to pay individual income taxes. So let's all taxes including your iPhone prices. That's very much. So paying tax is as frequently as breathing. So someone would tell a joke that Taiwan has millions of taxes, which is homophobic to 中华民国万万税. But actually it's not. We only have 20 kinds of taxes in our tax law only. So we don't have millions kinds of taxes. And it can be separated into two class category. The first one is national taxes, and the second one is local taxes. And it depends on whom you pay to. If you pay to the central government, it will be national taxes, such as income tax or sales tax. And the other one is local tax. Local tax is because you pay to the local government, such as New Taipei City or Taipei City government. And this is included land tax or land value tax this kind of taxes. And but among these taxes, we are much familiar with income tax. Why? Because it's a main concern of governments and the taxpayers. And why that's a main concern of the government? Because it takes more than 50% of government's tax revenue. And as for taxpayers, because once you have income, you need to pay income tax. Just because today you go to have a job, or you have investment gain, or you have your own business operation, you have income, you need to pay. And as our tax theory, so we think that if you are a capable people, you enjoy more resources from the society. So you have the duty to contribute to the society, and that is paying tax. So once you have more income, you need to pay more income taxes through progressive tax rate. So you can imagine that if you have more income, you will have incentive to minimize your tax rate, right? So the second target is save your income tax. But how to save that? There has three methods for you to think that we have three kinds of tax saving methods in practice. The first one is tax evasion, and the second one is tax avoidance. The third one is tax planning. And the difference between these three kinds of tax saving method lies in legal or illegal. The first is tax evasion. Tax evasion in Chinese means 逃税. If you are charged of failing to pay income tax, a fine and a penalty will knock your door. So be aware, don't do this. Okay. And so the second one is tax avoidance. The tax avoidance in Chinese named 避税. It seems that it's legal in appearance, but actually it's illegal because it betrays and violates the government's principle of taxes. Because some corporations may think that the tax law didn't write you can't do this, but actually you propose of doing some behavior just to minimize your taxes. The example is that the Google, Apple, or Starbucks or Facebook, this kind of company, they will set up a corporation in some lower tax places or tax haven, 租税天堂. This kind of countries to set up a corporation just in order to lower their tax burden. And the tax of the government will think that it's illegal after they revise the tax law. So in the long run, it will be illegal. So and it's not encouraged to do that. And the third one is tax planning. Tax planning is that it's legal, 租税规划. And it's legal, and the government encourage you to do this. Such as like if you donate your money to charity or donate your money to government, the government will give you tax credit, 租税扣抵. You can deduct your income tax. So if you want to save your income tax, the only way is just tax planning. So you can see that one day if you become Mr. or Miss Rich, you have more and more incentive to lower your income tax burden. So if you become more and more income people, you can employ a professional tax consultant to help you save income tax legally. So TMB.